wonderful morning, and it's a good day to be alive. We've highlighted some very important issues that we'll be talking about this morning, and remember that there are a lot of things happening within the political arena right now in Nigeria, and as the case may be, one of those very issues were the ones that struck Nigerians over the weekend concerning a video as published by Femi Fani Kayode, FFK as is popularly called, where he came out in that video to make some very serious claim and allegation concerning the attitude of the federal government of Nigeria and as well as that of the Nigerian military and how the DSS also interplays in that particular situation. Now in that video, Femi Fani Kayode had stated that the DSS subsequently had informed the military concerning the different attacks. He mentioned that of the Kuje prison break and some other attack like that of the Shiroro. And he said that the DSS appropriately informed the military, but the military chose to do nothing. He went on to say a whole lot of things concerning how the Nigerian government is relaxing on its oars and not doing so much, and pointing out the fact that these are indications to another round of what might turn into a coup d'etat. But however, Nigerians have been reacting to this. Defense headquarters have responded to this. But the questions we keep asking is, what exactly is the motive behind what Femi Fani Kayode has come out to say? Of course, Femi Fani Kayode happens to be one very controversial person when it comes to the Nigerian situation. He's been known to speak on many issues, of course, by his credentials. He happens to be a poet and an essayist, and couple of that is also a lawyer. So when you look at everything that is happening, Nigerians begin to ask themselves, what are the real intent? Is Femi Fani Kayode really releasing some atom of truth into the air there, or is he just doing it because of his political affiliation? But again, let us remember that Femi Fani Kayode as an individual himself, sometime in 2010, if memory serves me right, had also been involved with such issues where there are reports out there that he also said that the former administration of late President Musa Yar'Adua had tried to get him arrested with persons like Nuhu Ribadu, if I remember, and the now Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai for alleging to plot some kind of coup under his government. And remember that in the wake of what seems to be the Boko Haram menace today, Femi Fani Kayode around 2011 rather, had vehemently called out that the insurgents should be tackled and should be nipped in the bud. So we can see that a whole lot of things have been said by Fani Kayode. But again, when we look at the issue of terrorism and how it's coming to play, before any terrorist will have to carry out any act, there has to be a motive. There has to be some sort of conquest they wish to achieve. According to the United States Defense, they had defined that a terrorist group has one particular thing that makes them common. They want to conquer, they want to take over territory, they want to harness a particular space. But of course, on that list as well, the likes of the Boko Haram has made the list. Now, when we look at some of the scenario and how agency like the Nigerian the defense headquarters, rather sitting in Abuja in what people would likely call the sheep house, had said, they had come out to say that Femi Fani Kayode, everything he has said is laughable and that he is merely putting out a joke out there. But again, at the same time, Femi Fani Kayode has responded that the defense headquarters is joking over everything that they've said, that barely 24 hours after what is said, or 2 days so to speak, the defense headquarters is responding, and for quite some time now and months, defense headquarters is yet to respond to the issues of terrorism in Nigeria. He then wondered how this would be some sort of fast-tracked movement when it concerns, getting back at people who have said something out there and the rest of that. But Femi Fani Kayode, again, is Nigerian just like every other person. And the questions Nigerian will be asking this morning is, waking up to that video and seeing all that was contained in the video, are they atom of truth to the fact that there is every possibility that the Boko Haram menace, which has stretched for quite some time now, is tilted towards, bringing in another regime and creating chaos in the Nigerian system to the extent where the military will consider to take over. Again, if you look at some of the definition that have been given to terrorism and the Boko Haram group, especially that of the Boko Haram, they seek to reenact an order where they've considered to see order, disorderliness, so to speak. And when you look at everything that is going on in the country, it is somewhat naturally tilting towards that angle that they are creating chaos, they are creating disorder to make sure that people lose faith in the government, and a whole lot of things is done to just discredit the government so that at the end of the day, the military can jump back into power and seize power. If you look at it again critically from another angle, Femi Fani-Kayode has lived through the days of people like former head of state, Sani Abacha, and they experienced the whole drama that happened during that time. So we keep asking ourselves some of these relevant questions, and Nigerians are looking to see how it will pan out and how it will tell for the future of Nigeria. Should the Nigerian government be reactive towards its direction, or should they take adequate steps to allay the fears of Nigerians and do what they ought to do? Like I say again, Femi Fani-Kayode is just another Nigerian. But let's get to hear from Vincent this morning. Vincent, good morning. Okay, Patience, good morning. All right, while we're waiting for Patience to come up, we're still talking about that issue of Femi Fani-Kayode and how much importance should be placed on his statement. Looking at the fact that he is one person who has owned and been in different offices in Nigeria and has understood the political landscape for some time. If you look at the family history of Femi Fani-Kayode, you see that his family is not new in the political arena, and they understand almost everything that is happening. So some would argue that, oh, Femi Fani-Kayode is just speaking for himself, he's just speaking because he has an affiliation with this party and so and so. But again, he's a Nigerian. If anything should happen to go wrong, he would also be caught in the web, and that would not go too well for the Nigerian economy and the rest of that. So we have to just look at this issue, x-ray them, and diagnose them very well to see how it is going. We'll have to take a short break now. When we come back, we'll delve straight into other topical issues.
In our time on ATN Icons. Here, we present you legends celebrated for their heroism in different fields and serve as role models today. ATN Icons, showing every Sunday 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Atlantic Television Network, StarTimes DTH channel 194, ATN Live on Google App Store, Facebook Atlantic Television Network, YouTube Atlantic Television Network, Instagram Atlantic TV Network, Twitter Atlantic TV Net. For sponsorship 0810-634-1777. ATN Icons, celebrating the giants of our time.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
The people, the candidates, the party, the campaigns. What really makes an election year. Enough of the rhetorics. It's time for issue-based politics. 2023 elections. Who are the candidates? What do you know about them? Take a seat, relax, and join us for the 2023 elections on Atlantic Television Network, StarTimes, DTH, Channel 194, or ATN Live on Google Play Store and all our social media platforms. Twitter is at Atlantic TV Net. Facebook and YouTube is at Atlantic Television Network. On Instagram is at Atlantic TV Network. Elections 2023 from Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. Election 2023. We the people have a stake.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
to ATN Blowout this wonderful morning. And remember, we've been talking about some very important issue concerning the comments released or the video released by Femi Fani-Kayode, former aviation minister in Nigeria. And that particular issue has been making the round for many Nigerians. Many people have raised concerns basically because it relates and talks about the security of lives and property, which is supposed to be the primarily activity or the affair of government. But this morning, I'm not going to do this alone. We just have to dissect it and look at it from different angles. Let's go over now to Patience. Patience, good morning.
To see you.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very fine and good. How is Port Harcourt?
Port Harcourt is doing well. Okay, let's talk about the issue of Femi Fani-Kayode. I believe you had seen the video circulating on social media where Femi Fani-Kayode has come out to say that the Nigerian military is lagging behind when it concerns them tackling issues of insecurity. He went further to allege that the different insecurity cases that had occurred in Nigeria had already gotten some sort of hint from the DSS. That is, the DSS had pre-informed the Nigerian military concerning those issues. But however, the Nigerian military had failed to do that which they're supposed to do. And over time, it has become an encroachment where citizens had to suffer innocently. Now, what do you make of Femi Fani-Kayode's position as of concerning the video?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it is known that Nigeria is actually battling with the issue of insecurity. And I could agree on one stand with his reaction towards that video that yes, the security operatives, especially the military, has really been dwindling down in the issue of insecurity. Now we see security officials being killed by these terrorists. Then this brings us to the question, what's going on with our security operative, especially the military, whereby there was a case of a video where a military and his wife, who is also in the military, they were killed. And now this brings us to the question that in our security operative, there needs to be a kind of sensitization, because how will it be possible you see terrorists entering into the barracks to even threaten soldiers? Then that tells you that Nigerian lives and property are not on safe hands. Then this also brings us to the question, are our security operative actually doing their duty properly? I don't want to bring the question, maybe there is an insider to this, because how will the military be on guard and they see insecurity matters here and there, not only in the lives of common citizens, but even the public officials are not left out of this. We have the cases of Anambra killings and all of that. So I would say that what Femi Kayode is saying could actually be true. This is a wake-up call to all our security operatives, most especially the military, which I see as the highest security operative. Then there should be a lot of sensitization. There should be a lot of retraining and orientation, so that we won't just recruit people who do not have conscience in protecting lives and properties.
And in the issue of Femi Kayode, but again, I would love to ask you, do you think that the defense headquarters is saying what they ought to say concerning that particular issue? Because they have come out to also put out a statement that Femi Kayode is just trying to gain relevance, that he's just speaking and everything he's saying is laughable. Do you think that the defense headquarters is saying what they ought to say at this moment, looking at the fact that the lives of Nigerians are at risk at this moment?
Yeah, even though they feel Femi Kayode is just trying to be relevant, that doesn't matter. He has already said what he's supposed to say. Every Nigerian knows that Nigeria is not even secured. We are facing insecurity. Even a little child knows. So there's nothing wrong with anybody coming up and trying to say the security operative are not doing this or that. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
Patience. Finally, before we go into some other issues, now, you see that the Nigerian government has been also trying to filter through this issue and do a lot. Now, Femi Kayode is a very controversial person, as most Nigerians have come to know him. But he made mention of the fact that with everything that is happening, Nigeria might possibly be tilting towards a coup. That is, changing the order of things, and the Boko Haram are making sure that every move they do gets to this particular, makes Nigeria push to this particular point. What do you make of that?
Oh yeah, when it is that when the country is on the top row, like insecurity issue, there's every tendency that they'll